Welcome on in to Logan Lives in the comments. I'm obviously Logan Paulsen here with Santana, who's got excellent drip today, and then Fred Smoot, who pales in comparison.
I'm the company man.
You're a company man today?
Yeah, superhero.
I will say that black polo looks great on you.
Well, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Not many people, I can't pull it off, but you definitely can. Especially with that top button.
Well, I try.
You're trying, you're succeeding. All right, so we got questions today, right?
Yes.
Left by the fans in the comments. So make sure you continue to do that.
All right, fan number 1 says, "Hi, Logan." And no, it's literally on there. Hey, Logan. What are DBs looking for when playing zone? Is it the receiver hips, the footwork, or something else?
Yeah, so I think that question is really interesting to me because everyone thinks the DB is looking at the receiver.
Yeah.
But I think when you watch like Kindle Fuller, for example, like he is pretty good in zone, I think. He's got a good feel for it.
He's very good in zone.
So here, this is cover 3. And so cover 3 obviously is they're going to have thirds in the back end, and we're going to have 3 guys underneath. 1, 2, 3, and so they're going to kind of fill this zone out. So if you watch his eyes here, he is staring to the receiver, but also through to the quarterback. And if you watch him here, this is going to be a go by this receiver. See how he's kind of he's kind of opened his hips, kind of slow playing it, feeling this go, but he's also like his eyes have not left this quarterback one time.
But he's not in a rush.
He's not in a rush.
This is the key.
He's taking his time. And I think the scope of his vision is probably something like this. And he's more feeling the receiver. And as the receiver gets wide, he just says, I'm going to feel you with my body. I can track the football. I've got eyes on the quarterback for when the ball's out. I can accelerate to the football and make a play. So I think it's a little bit of a misnomer to say that he's looking only at the wide receiver, right, Fred? It's a big picture thing. So here we go. I think we got this is, cover 3 match. And so the way I define cover 3 match is this guy's going to roll here. They're going to play cover 3 with these 2 guys. And then they're going to play man coverage up here at top. Man, and he's going to match the back man to man. So if you watch him here, he stays super square, really square with his feet. Nice, deliberate back pedal. And look at his eyes there. You can see that, right, Fred?
Yes.
He is looking directly here to the quarterback. He is not messing too much with the wide receiver, and he's feeling the depth of the route. He's saying, we're at 10 yards. What happens at 10 yards? Receiver by himself, probably a dig, right, Fred?
Probably an inside route has to be a dig because you're 3-by-1, your backside, you know they're going to attack you inside.
Yeah, and Tim, this is where you'd probably mess with your stems and stuff to work it out. Thielen doesn't do that here. It allows him to clamp this, and again, he's making this break before the receiver even makes his break. Watch, Kirk puts his foot down, his eyes shift, he makes his break. Yeah, let's look at Kirk real quick. Watch his eyes kind of pan back. As his eyes pan back, over here, Fuller says, all right, I know the ball's coming to my guy. I can break on this football, and then there's no air for this throw. So I think that's really excellent, right? It's not this kind of me versus the receiver. It's me versus the concept.
Whole offensive coordinator and the quarterback. That's who the game is against.
Right, and so here we're back to this 3-by-1, or to this 3 deep. 3 underneath in terms of coverage. They bring a pressure over here. They got 3 guys in coverage underneath. I think it's these 3, or maybe it's Cam Curl. We'll see how it shakes out. And then the thing about this that I love, Fred, is that he's got the first thing going vertical. So if he was only staring at the receiver here, he would be boned, right? He wouldn't have anywhere to go.
He'd have been lost.
Because he would have said, I have to sit here, right? But no, he's seeing through the bunch to number 2, who's carrying vertical, and he says, I can match this. And he gets to the second level, eyes on the quarterback, makes a great break on the football, gets that ball out. So to me, it's not, let me look at the receiver, let me look at this. This is the best illustration of it, I think, right? They're playing this cover 3 match. You know, we got Forrest working down, kind of 3 over here to this side, a couple guys underneath. Like, does he look at this receiver at all, Fred?
No.
Look at his eyes. Like, he's just staring directly at the quarterback.
Let me share a secret with you right here, Logan. We mimic the quarterback. When the quarterback feet stop, his feet stop. When the quarterback's shoulders go forward, we go forward. So if you watch them at the same time, they are stopping and starting at the same exact time.
It's exactly right.
That's it.
And he sees that arm, like you said, he sees that arm cocked back. He can make a great break on this football, and that's how you get picks, right? Not looking at the receiver, but rather looking at the whole concept, right? So that's kind of what I think. When I see zone coverage, he's all, like it makes sense. It's zone, he's filling a spot. Here, though, this is man coverage. This is 4th and 1. He's got this guy here, they're here, point right there. And he, again, does a great job recognizing the whole concept. He sees this kind of pick route here by the receiver. And he says, I know what this is. They're going to come up, he's going to pick, and this guy's going to run to the flat, and I got to help my guy, Benjamin St. Juste, out and make a play on this football. But he doesn't. The thing I love about it is he doesn't leave his guy until he sees this from the quarterback. And so he's able to make a play, deny this pass on 4th and 1. So to me, it's not as simple as like, am I looking at footwork? Am I looking at the body? Am I looking at the torso? It's something completely different, Fred.
It's all about processing. And when you're processing, I really want to get up and show you how to process this kid. No, we might have to take this to the field. We'll take it to the field.
So let's take it out to the field.
All right, let's go.
All right, Fred, you got us out here, man. I'm really excited to see what you got to say, right? Because the DB world is like a land of dark arts.
It is.
It's like little tricks and visuals. So if you're playing man on a single receiver, what are you looking at?
All right, first thing that comes to mind is down and distance.
Okay.
That's the first thing that matters. All right, once I get down and distance, now it's what is the formation? Okay. Do they got me and Tanner over here by ourselves?
Yes.
Is it 3-by-1 and me and Tanner by ourselves? That tells me I need to get inside. Like certain signals tell me everything.
Formational signals.
Formational signals tell me everything.
Yeah.
Also wide receiver body language.
Okay.
Where are they lining up at? Is he at the bottom?
You're pointing at the numbers, right?
The bottom of the number. The bottom of the number tells me, all right, he will be backside. It tells me he probably going inside. He get at the top of those numbers. That tell me he finna try to work this area of the field.
Tana, we would have coaching points in Kyle's offense that said, hey, I want you for an out to be on the top of the numbers, for the slant, be on the bottom of the numbers, right? And so now it's weird that he knows all those answers, right, based on alignment.
That's why you just got to beat him, you know what I mean?
Well, a guy like him, he can play with his stem.
Yeah.
Most wide receivers don't got the speed to like literally say, you know what, I'm going to line, I know I'm running it out, but I'm going to line up at the bottom of the number. His stem would start here.
Yeah, and work it out.
He'll line me up, scrape me up, now it's here.
Yeah,
all right, so at the end of the distance is, he's also a prisoner of his offense, but they also a prisoner of his skill set.
Sure.
And then you got to think too, some of the things that Cal did to kind of counteract that is, you know, we would line up in those certain situations, like he just said, and we might be far hash, but we lined up inside, but he don't know that it's going to be one of them rolls to us. Yeah. So now we're going to widen into that play, widen and then still make that comeback, or widen and then come in. So some of the things that now that I'm thinking about being away from the game, it helps you realize,
understand a little bit more, right?
This is what the coordinator was trying to, basically set up.
And this is what I see. I see him.
Yes.
I see the quarterback.
Yeah.
Small things.
Yeah.
Quarterback leads the center. If I see his last name, his last name, play action.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I don't see his last name.
You can see all that from out here, Fred?
I can see everything. And that's why we like to line up on the outside of the receiver.
Yeah.
I like to look through to the play. His body is going to tell me everything.
Yeah.
Play action, wide receiver, away from the tight end, dig route.
Yeah.
Automatically. Always. It never goes away. Football is football.
And so if it's a true man situation, where are you looking on him? Because you watch all these DB gurus, it's like,
on him?
Look at his hips, look at his feet, look at his eyes. Nowhere.
No, I'm looking at his eyes.
All right.
I don't want to look at his hips too quick.
Okay.
He gonna hide his number for me. If I walk down and press, the closer I get to him, the lower he gets.
Oh, right.
All right, so I ain't looking at that. I'm gonna look at the stem.
Yeah.
His stem is gonna tell me where he's trying to get to. Stem inside, he going outside. He stems outside, he coming inside. His stem gonna tell me everything. But great corners have to be patient and believe what they study to stay with a guy like that.
Yeah, because like, you know,
most receivers also know that he's looking at all that. So you play mind games with him and say, okay, I'm gonna stem inside because he think I'm coming back out, and then I'm gonna double him up. I'm gonna give him out and go back in. So you have to know where you at on the field and what you can do. And trust me, that's one of the reasons why he's always said, give me credit for my routes, because I would do that all the time. If I'm running comebacks, I'm running a post first. I'm showing the post look, then coming to the comeback, because I know it's guys like him that's studying all that stuff.
That cross key, right? Yeah. And I think that's so fascinating. Everyone thinks, oh, I gotta watch, you know, like in practicing DB, gotta watch the receiver, get close. But the more you see, the more information you get, and the more informed decision you can make.
How fast can you process the information and go make plays inside of the defense? That's what separates good college corners from great pro corners.
Absolutely. And Fred, always, when you talk, I don't always love it, but I learned a lot today in this breakdown. I really appreciate it, bro.
Well, you ran a 5.240.
And I'm okay with that. All right, we're back in from the field. I got a little sweaty out there, Fred, but that was great insight, man. Santana, that was great, right?
You broke it down well.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, who would have thought this guy that is like all this kind of big, he's got so much football knowledge in there.
I give him a little credit, man. He's smart. I told you,
really
smart. When you can't make it up on your feet, you got to
Well, I'm a scholar. I went to a higher learning institute of Mississippi State.
I don't associate Mississippi State with higher learning, but that's all right.
You ain't never heard of it.
All right, so what we got for the second question?
Second question. what position group in the NFC East is going to be the most difficult for the Commanders this season?
So I want to get your guys' take on this too, but I'm going to start this off, okay? So because it is Logan Lives in the comments, and to me, it's something probably a little bit outside the box. To me, it's the defensive and offensive coordinator for the Giants.
Nice.
Mike Kafka and Wink Martindale. Those guys do a great job with the pen of putting this team, which honestly wasn't very talented last year, in a really good position to be successful. So what they're going to do here is they're going to run a keeper. They're going to get Daniel Jones on the edge. And one of the things I saw, they played Dallas the week before this, is basically Dallas was like, we're not letting Daniel Jones out of the pocket. So we're going to run straight up the field and make a tackle and not let him get to his pass or use his legs. So what Kafka did, he said, well, how do we modify this? We're going to bring this tight end in motion. He's going to block the edge for us. We're going to secure this perimeter here. Bam. We're going to get outside the rusher here.
Yep.
We're going to get nice one-on-one situations here. And if our guy Daniel Jones doesn't like it, what can he always do, Fred?
He can tuck it and run.
He can always tuck it and run.
Yep.
And on this down and distance, right, he gets first downs for this offense stealing, right? That's an 8-yard run off of just some game plan, nuanced stuff that you wouldn't see. So great job by Mike Kafka there. Here, I love this, man. And you pointed this out, Fred, and so you deserve a lot of credit. We got a 3 receiver set over here, right? Mm-hmm. But the back on the action, he goes to the right. So that creates a 4-by-1.
Yep.
And so watch our guy here, Cam Curl or Bobby McCain, he's looking over here because he has to match the 4 receivers.
Yep.
When that happens, you get a one-on-one with a guy who's getting his first start. I like Christian Holmes a lot.
Yep.
It's hard getting your first start in the NFL. It's a tough deal. And you said something crazy to me. You said, anytime 4 away, what do I got to be worried about?
Inside.
Inside, and you can tell he's thinking about it.
Yep.
He's shaded inside, right? They know that. We know that. Everyone knows that. So what do? They say, we're going to run a little snag route and get back to the edge because this guy's thinking inside move all day. Nice route. Easy completion.
They would have got all of us.
Yes.
They would have beat all of us at the quarterback
all because of the pen and paper in the red zone. Understanding that, Jack Del Rio likes to be in quarters, and how do we maximize our guys, which aren't great skill guys, versus quarters coverage in the red zone. So great job by Kafka there. Let's talk about Wink, man. Wink is a guy that is just like a mad scientist of creating pressure.
Yeah.
So let's look at this. So basically, like in a 5-man pro, which is what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, right? Mm-hmm. We have to, as the offense, we have to dictate a slide. Where are 3 of these guys going? So I look here and I say, these are 3 bigs to this side of the line of scrimmage, right? You see that? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So I want to send my bigs to those bigs. So we're going to slide these guys this way, and we're going to get a 2-man blocking surface right here. 1, 2. But Fred, there's 3 guys over here.
Yep.
3 guys right here. Let me get that arrow worked out. There we go. 3 guys. 3 guys right here for the pressure.
Yep.
So I have 2 guys now to block 3. And Wink does a great job of baiting this guard because he has to take 2, right?
Yep.
And says, I'm going to look like both these guys are rushing. Once the guard declares, the guy that isn't blocked is going to continue. He kind of screws this up, but he gets a free runner to the quarterback. This guy's going to drop out here, and we get a free runner to the quarterback off of just good play design.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good play design.
Yep.
And so how does EB deal with that? Deal with that nuance, deal with that pressure. Again, we got a 3-man slide or a 5-man protection. We got 3 bigs over here. The slide's got to go that way. We have 2 guys on this side, 1, 2, who have to block one of these 3.
Yep.
These are small guys. They're not designated rushers.
Speed.
So what do? Mm-hmm. We say, all right, we got to squeeze this. So we put our guy Charles Leno in a really tough spot. He's got to squeeze on the little, and we end up getting a free runner to the quarterback, all because of the pen and paper, putting those guys in a better position to be successful. I think EB is totally 100% ready for that challenge. I think this is going to be a great battle to watch each week.
Yep.
But that is something that I think this staff has to be acutely aware of. Fred, who you got?
All right. Listen, best position group that we got to worry about is the wide receiver group. No. I take that back.
Take it back.
The defense of the Philadelphia Eagles. Every little piece and every little inch of that group.
Yeah, that's a good group.
I'm with you, man. I think the D-line.
D-line for?
I think the D-line for the Giants.
Yeah.
Giants.
I think what they showed us, and I mean,
Lawrence, Thibodeau.
I mean, really look around
the
the
Giants
division.
and Philly. You know, if you want
and Dallas with Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons and Lawrence.
I meant to say for the whole NFC. Let me just say that, right?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah, because I had the same
I feel
thought.
like offensive line, that's one of the reasons why we went where we went this year with the offensive line, just knowing that we had to bring in some more guys, especially free agency, draft, to beef it up, because regardless of whatever we had and all that changing guys and being interchangeable that we spoke so highly of, we need some real guys that can go out there and go toe-to-toe with some of these guys.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And our whole division is loaded right across from those guys. So our offensive line have to bring it this year.
Absolutely. I think that's great insight. And that leads us perfectly to the next question, which is the offensive line.
All right, the next question, and I didn't write this, the fan did. My dearest, Logan.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I wouldn't say that. How do you feel about Ron insisting on position flexibility on the offensive line? Would you rather him focus on specialists that know how to play tackle and guard?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer for him to do it the way that he's doing it?
So I do think there is a change going on in the offense right now in how people approach offensive line, right? Because if you look at the differences, right? Offensive linemen or tackles tend to be bigger, right? They tend to be 6'6", 317 pounds. Guards tend to be a little bit shorter and squattier, right? The tackles need to be longer to deal with the better athletes on the edge. So there is a certain amount of specialization physically that just happens, right? Edge rushers are different than interior pass rushers, right? And you need different skill sets to match those guys. Guards, big, strong, squatty players. Tackles, long, lean, basketball player types that are big, kind of bouncer-ish type. However, when I look at around the league, you only get 7 guys on game day. Sometimes 8 guys dressing on game day when it's 53-man active. Last year, the Commanders had 10 different starting configurations on the offensive line. 11 different players had to play. So on game day, if there's an injury, right, and my swing and my tackle's hurt, or my swing tackle's up, right, he cannot play guard. Right? Let's say so I'm on my second or third guard, and I need someone to come in. It can't be my tackle. It can't be Cornelius Lucas, because as good as I think Cornelius is, I don't want to put him at guard, right? I'm putting him out of position. So I think understanding that in the NFL, because of the restrictions on game day, that position flex is so important. Does that make sense what I'm saying, Fred?
It makes sense, because Nick Gates can go from center to guard if need be.
If you need to. And then Nick Stromberg can come play center, right? Or whatever we're going to do there.
Cosme could play tackle and guard.
Right. So can Wiley.
So I think that's why I feel like having guys, not everyone on your team needs to be a specialist, right? Like Leno only plays left, right? Or Lucas only plays tackle. I think that's okay because, again, of this specialization element. But I do think that you got to be ready for these moments where the offensive line needs to reshuffle. And I don't want to be feeling weird about having to put a guy who played tackle at guard and has never done that before. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Please keep leaving comments. These are great questions. It's so much fun to talk about them.